My name is Professor Lecturer Kilaji, Bishop Kenya Michael Lotome. Okay, actually, United States of Kenya Republic Presidential Aspirant, come August 9, 2022. Well, I was actually in Jubilee Reformation Movement, but the president, our president, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, has already closed Jubilee not to be inexistent as far as that elected position of executive officer of the president is concerned. So actually, I'm now looking, in essence, another option, God willing. Okay, our president actually closed completely the docket of elected position of executive officer of the presidency under Jubilee, TNL, the National Alliance Party, as the chairman, and fled to opposition called Orange Democratic Movement, Party of Raila Amolo Odinga, and became also promoted in that case. Our president, in essence, is promoted to be now the chairman of 26 opposition parties. His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Ngigi Kenyatta. So now our government is now in opposition, and the opposition is in government. So we don't have a central government in Kenya Republic. As I speak now in Nairobi National Government, Embakasi East Constituency, Embakasi Ward Village here in Nairobi. So that is me actually, in essence, I'm actually, in essence, geology teacher in that case. I've taught so many colleges, including government, paramilitary, general service unit, and official force equivalent to Kenya Defense Forces or Kenya Army. Here in Embakasi College, Utawala College of Paramilitary, an official force equivalent to Kenya Army. Equivalent to Kenya Army, paramilitary general service unit, as a civilian spiritual affairs instructor, spiritual affairs civilian instructor for 12 years. That is 2004 to 2016. Among other colleges, which I have taught outside Nairobi National Government, or in that case, in other also government, national government, in this centralized Kenya devolution system of the governments, which we have now 47 federal states, 290 constituencies, and 1,450 ward assemblies. I've taught African and Church beside Member College and Narok federal state, Ilpurko Maasai community, federal state, as well as Covenant College of Mission. In that case, Narok County Government of Ilpurko Maasai community. All right. So I've taught that to those colleges as a full-time, but now I'm a part-time of African and Church beside Bible College in Narok, and also in that case, Covenant Church College, also in the same place or county government, Narok. And I'm also teaching here at Nairobi Presbyterian University, students who are taking religious political philosophy, okay, degree level, teaching pastors here online, as well as French Theological College, pastors with the big churches also here, who are taking degree online, and at times also in classes. So from the Salvation Army Corps, we call them here, the Salvation Army Corps of Embakasi village, pastors here. So I used to coach pastors because I'm expert on both books, that is the Holy Quran, which is here, and I honor these books. If you read the Quran, chapter 40, verse 61, it will now tell you God is merciful also. God is merciful, and we human beings, that is why He is sparing human beings who are doing wrong at times, and also punish some also to death, and some also in various degrees. If you read Quran 40, chapter 40, verse 40, it says God is also merciful, more than human beings. We are not merciful ourselves, most of the time to one another. So today, and also I'm expert, in a Christian systematic theology as well. I've learned, have many degrees on both books, and I honor all prophets, including Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And is a godly prophet, as well as also Prophet Isaiah, peace be upon them, or him also, among other prophets, and both books are God's sacred books. So let me say also, I just give a high compliments and congratulations and also wishes for all our brothers of Muslims religion who are now celebrating, this wonderful celebration of anniversary. So may God continue blessing the whole world as we also celebrate that Muslim godly celebration today. And we have now to go to the Bible. You said God is merciful in Quran chapter 40 verse 61 and 40 verse 40 also. So today we want to read about power. God has power. Alright, to help you and to deliver you in His mercies, and also to help you in various ways. You have, to conduct our affairs also as human beings, in a justable manner. So we are going to read about the topic about the reality of power of leadership, which of course starts from God and stripped down to human beings. So our reading today is from the book of Psalms, of chapter 112, verse 5 and 6. That is Psalms 112, chapter, verses 5 and 6. Good will come to him who is generous and lend freely, who conducts his affairs with justice. Surely he will never be shaken. That is now a good man, or woman in that case. A righteous man will be remembered forever. And because of that kind of behavior of a human being being merciful also, like God, attribute, is actually stated here, God will actually remember these human beings for a long time. Alright, our leaders, we have leaders in a position of authority, and God is actually above all leadership. The reality of power and leadership means actually, in that case, power means strength or vigor, ability to act, to do something, or also to act in authority, kind of power to do things, also to control the government. In that case, when someone is in authority, like our president, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, he has power to control the government and all human beings living in this country called Kenya. And also another definition of power is actually a magnification of capacity of a lens, let's say a micro kind of a microscope kind of lens. They have power to magnify things for people to see better. Another meaning of also power in dictionary is the number of times as indicated by the exponents. That is a number occurs as a factor in a product. Okay? Particularly in mathematics. Okay? In mathematics also, we say there is also a way whereby power can be, in a mathematic form. Alright? So, and it is actually some numbers. We are told some numbers sometimes are indicated by the exponents that a number occurs as a factor in a product. So that number, we normally take it as a more powerful number. Like number 7 in the Bible. It is actually a godly number of, the day God rested. That is Saturday. If you read actually Exodus, chapter 20, you will see also numbers of power according to God's, way of rule. God said actually, remember Sabbath, that is actually, Exodus 28, remember the Sabbath, the day by keeping holy. And he said also in verse 6, 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, okay? But the 7th day in number 10, It is a Sabbath or Saturday, in that case, to the Lord your God. Okay? It's the day of the Lord your God, and you shall not do any work. Neither you, nor your son or daughter, your maidservant or maidservant, nor your animals, nor your aliens within your gates. So that is actually what we mean. Also, some numbers are values which are more than others. So the reality of power, in that case, I said in leadership, power means strength and figure and to do ability or to act in that case in authoritative manner, like even when leaders are also in position of authority to control the government affairs, and also to magnify the capacity of lens in microscopes sometimes, and also mathematically it is also known that some numbers like number 7 at times also other number 7 particularly in mathematics is a number that occurs 7 times many times as indicated by the exponent, that the number is actually of some kind of value, as a factor in its product in that case. So what do I want to put across here? The meaning of government in that case, when someone is an authority, it is actually the government is the exercise, or in essence, is the authority of a political unit, okay, that normally rule humankind in its behaviors by subjecting to some kind of rules. And the simplest form of government is exercised by the normal family level, whereby parents have power, and they are subjecting some kind of rules to their relation to their children, to follow. So parents like a father and a mother, they are normally also in a government. Every family is in a government unit, and it has some rules that must be followed. And the father is actually like the president, and the mother is like actually vice president. So, and the highest form of government, that case on planet Earth, is the state of government, like now Kenya Republic, nation and other nations, that the leaders in that position of authority have power to exercise the executive functions fairly over the rule human beings without partiality or favoritism, in a good, effective and efficient leadership, so that people can enjoy their leadership. What do I want to say here? Some few days ago, or actually a day or even yesterday, where I come from, Marsabit County Government, I said I'm a presidential aspirant. God willing, on August 9, 2022, Professor Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya Michael Otome, I want to rule Kenya as a president because I believe, and God has shown me by vision and dreams, that I'm unable to rule human beings living in Kenya without favoritism or partiality, as a God-fearing leader. What do I want to say here? I said here actually in Psalms 112 verse 5 and 6, God actually like leaders to be generous and to lend even whatever they have to the poor people freely, and to conduct the affairs of in their leadership with a justifiable justice, okay, so that they can be remembered longer than other human beings when they depart from planet Earth. I said I'm from Marsabit, and particularly I was born at Loglogo County Ward, that is Marsabit Laisamis constituency, Marsabit County Government or Federal State, Laisamis constituency, Loglogo Ward. If you have ever gone to Marsabit, before reaching that Loglogo town, whereby many people have been killed some days ago, and they are keeping on, several of them have been missing, and they are being, now some of them are brought every day, including administrators, chief and assistant chief, okay, chief honorable actually Legongoman, and also assistant chief honorable Le Omoga, and were killed by bandits which are believed to be Govt militias. This human being, Ukur, Minister of Finance, people, and they are very few, but they are becoming notorious in Marsabit because they are living in Ethiopia mainly, and few of them in Kenya. Not all conscious. These human beings now, are funded by their leaders. Particularly now, the one who is holding our money is from their place. And they are very few. In 1965, it was just a village in North Horn, which is about 4,000 human beings. But they went to Ethiopia and bring people and give them ID cards. Okay? And all, crucial voting documents, they come and vote in Kenya and go to Ethiopia. But we have some few of them in Kenya. And now, whenever they want to hit Kenya, they go and fund them, they come and kill people, like now the way they have done to where I was born. Loglogo, Sharakwale, Malgis area. If you see, just before you reach Loglogo, there's some, plain like area called Sharakwale, Malgis, that's where I was born. Those some shrubs, somehow, I don't know which is actually the year, but about 1960s there about. Okay? But we don't know, because my parents were pastoralists. My father was actually a prophet of African traditional religion people, and also an overseer, a prophet. Okay? They used to, even Samburu Maasai community where I come from, they used to contact him because he was a spiritual leader, which was also speaking to God, according to Maasai tradition. And we believe that yes, he was a prophet, yes. Because people, he has said several things, and it happens, And I'm also now the prophet of God, in that case. I've said so many things, and it had happened also. Using both books, the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible, equally. So what do I have to put across here? Those human beings also who are killed, all administrators, I said actually, Honorable Legongoman, a Maasai Samburu community chief and administrator of government of Kenya was killed by those bandits. Assistant, chief, government, officer, assistant chief, Honorable Honorable, Demoga, okay, and Honorable also MCA, member of, County Assembly. Yeah, he's a very brave man, okay. That one actually God spared it, together with other few fellows, which many of them are injured with a lot of bullets on their bodies, but 6 of them they have managed to kill, 2 administrators, okay. But actually, the member of County Assembly or member of County Assembly parliamentarian of Marsabit County Parliament, all right, Mr. Honorable Bernard B or Bata Lekabangas Lagono, all right, as my close relative, actually he managed to survive. Not only that, he's also a leader. What do I want to put across here? I said actually in leadership, there's actually, in essence, people which we believe they have authority. And because now these leaders, they believe strongly that they have power from the government and from God more so, okay, they decided to go with the vehicles to go to these militias, thinking that they are just normal Kenyans, but these are militias, from, Gabras. They have now come and in that place called Shur, and, they're not supposed to be there. But because of, their former minister of, President Moi, the second president, called the late Dr. Bonaya Adi, all right? Dr. Bonaya Adi, who actually perished on a plane crash, okay, in April 10, 2006, together with the rest of other members of parliament, okay, from Malay Samis, Honorable Moyoni, from Masaku County Government, Honorable Sasura, Abdi Sasura, we have been in schoolmates in Marsabit High School boys, Marsabit boys. Okay? He was my schoolmate contemporary. Abdi Sasura also perished in that, plane. Okay? Kenya Army plane, which got actually crushed. Okay? Near that mountain of Marsabit, the slope of Mount Marsabit. Okay? Together with also the MP of Moyale. Okay? And also Dr. Bwana, Minister. Okay? And Member of Parliament of Moi government. He was actually the one who has brought this problem now, which many people are dying, although he himself was perished together with many other politicians, including even one from, Nakuru. Okay? But all Marsabit County government, federal states, okay, 4 of them, members of parliament, they all perished together with their also administrators, like professional commissioners, okay, and many other human beings. There's actually Minister of, Moi, President His Excellency, the late President Moi government, Kenya African National Union Party, was given actually to be the Minister of Constitutional Revenue, Review, okay, Constitutional Review, boundary kind of commission in Marsabit, and actually allocated those people 3 quota of, the land mass. Okay, and even sea mass, like now Lake Turkana up there. That's why now they're fighting with Samburu also along Lake Turkana area, which we call it Loyangalani, Maasai community, original name. But now he also changed the name from Maasai, Loyangalani. Okay, to call it Turkana Lake. And it was actually called initially Lake Rudolph. They did not want actually to bear the name of Muzungos, white people, which are the ones who have actually named originally. And then they came and met Samburus, and also they themselves changed Maasai community, and they called it Lake Rudolph. And now it is called Lake Turkana. We don't know how it will be called again, Lake whatever. We don't know which tribe again want the lake to be called. So now this lake, Lake Turkana, which is actually coming from River Omo in Ethiopia, because we are now near border of Kenya and Ethiopia. It is now the same lake, which is from Ethiopia, River Omo. But here in Kenya we call it Lake Loyangalani, or Samburu County. It is in Samburu County, ending at Samburu County, and via Marsabit County. So what we have to put across here, these leaders believe that they are God servants, and in reality they have power in leadership. That is actually the late, Honorable Chief Legongoman, Mindlaw, okay, and also Assistant Chief, Honorable Lemoga, Mindlaw. Those people are killed. That 2 days ago in Logologo, Marsabit County government, near the border of Ethiopia, Kenya and Ethiopia, okay, and also my closest relative, the MCA, Member of County Assembly of Parliament, Honorable Bernard Batalia Kono, or Lekapangas in that case, who survived narrowly death together with others. These people, they believe, they not thought that these are militias. They thought these are Gabras, the normal Gabras. Okay? Because they have been allowing them, they decepted. Okay? They gave them a lot of deceit and a lot of lies. That, with the Boranas community are fighting us, and with our neighbors, and we are in North or constituency, and now, our leader actually allocated us this place also, the late Dr. Bonaya, Minister of Moi, which of course it is true. Yes, these people are very few, but they have a 3/4 of the land mass. But the smallest tribe in Marsabit, almost followed by Gabra, among other tribes, because Maasai community, there are many, and other tribes like Boran. Okay, but these Gabras are very few. Honorable, Ukur people. So the late Dr. Bonaya, Minister of, Moi in Constitutional Review, okay, and also revenue obvious, because the more you have land, the more revenue you have, okay, but these are very few. So the problem now actually appeared because that leader misused power. He was also the Kenya African National Union Party chairman. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, our president today. So this man was so powerful. He could have been actually the vice president if he could have been alive. But he ended up in a plane crash, okay, in April 10, 2006. I went to bury some people, Kikuyu people in Katundu, one time here in Nairobi. And we are shown a field which is almost an award, which was Moi gave actually Bonaya to bring his people to live in Katundu, Gabras. Because he was actually, this man was a very powerful Kenya African National Union Party Minister of Constitutional Review and Boundary Commission, expert. And he was a highly educated lawyer. Okay? So he was, Moi was misusing him seriously, and he was also misusing power. So he has grabbed now almost 3/4 of the land mass in Marsabit, and apart from, sea mass, which of course he has also grabbed. And now these are very few. And they are becoming now very notorious, going to Ethiopia and bring militias to come and hit the Samburu's Maasai community, hit Boranas, hit the Burges and so forth, many tribes there, about 15 tribes. So actually, we don't such kind of a behavior. Even this 100 days remaining for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta 10 term to end as a president of Kenya, must be the president in charge of the government, not in opposition to 6 parties. Otherwise, we Samburu community living in Marsabit County, we are controlling 222 kilometers from Isiolo Federal State to Marsabit Federal State near the border of Kenya and Ethiopia. About 108.4 miles. We are controlling that zone along the superhighway tarmac to Ethiopia. Okay? 222 kilometers. It is my people, Marsabit, who are living in Marsabit Federal State and in Isiolo as well, and partly also Samburu County. But those of us who are living in Marsabit County, we are controlling a distance of 222 kilometers from Marsabit to Isiolo Federal State. Okay? Or from Isiolo Federal State to Marsabit towards Ethiopia. 222 kilometers. So rather than our leaders, like administrators, those one who are killed, like Honorable Gongoman, Honorable Moga, and the one who have survived the political unit leader, who survived narrowly death, Honorable, Bernard Mbata, Lekapangas Akono, okay, who survived narrowly death among other people, and others also with a lot of, serious wounds. We don't want to mistake again, to make a mistake, to allow other tribes which are killing our people, Maasai community Samburus, to kill us again along actually 226 kilometers. Although that map now, if I will win to become president, we will review Marsabit County, boundaries, okay, constitutional boundaries, and also ward boundaries, because they are not right. We cannot allow just very few people to have actually 3/4 of the land, and they are now messing up, calling Ethiopian to come and live in Kenya and kill us and go again to their home area in Ethiopia. So actually, I want just to tell Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, our president, so that I can conclude this matter. Before his term expires on August 9, 2022, he will actually know that he is supposed to take charge of his leadership, not actually being an opposition leader as he is now, and left the government with nobody to continue. And his deputy president also no longer in government. His Excellency Deputy President, Dr. William Samaruta is now, ODM, United Democratic Alliance Party, not ODM, but United Democratic Alliance Party, as a president, of that party, and also President Aspirant. He has left Jubilee, and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has left Jubilee. I'm only the one who have left in Jubilee, but now they have refused me again to fire for the executive office of the president. Okay, here I am. This is actually my membership card, Jubilee. TNA, the National Alliance Party. I am still in this party. Okay, and this is my ID card. Okay, Professor Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya Michael Otome. My number here is actually AB, card number AB 2559 1105. Okay, card number, that's Jubilee Tuko Pamoja. If you want to check, card number AB 2559 1105, a membership card. But now the president has refused me to fire for the executive office of the president come August 9, 2022, and Jubilee, because he said I'm the chairman and I've already scrapped off the other position. There is no going to be in a ballot paper on August 9, 2022. There is no president of Jubilee. So pray for me because God can open a way where there's no way. And I want to ask the president to take charge of the government. And we Samburus now want to tell Urmuge Kenyatta, and his deputy is also, both of them are in opposition. Our president is now the chairman of opposition of 26 parties, together with his vice, Raila Amolo Odinga of ODM, Orange Democratic Movement Party. Uhuru Kenyatta now want him to be the president, and he will not. I said he will not, because even God does not want him. He's not circumcised man. He said, I'm not circumcised. One time when he went to Teso, okay, and he went to, Turkana county government, and he said, Luo tribe are not circumcised, including himself, and also in Kenya, and also Turkana are not circumcised, and Teso are not circumcised, and he said he will not honor what God says in, in Genesis 17 verse 14. Okay? He says that any uncircumcised man who is not circumcised, okay, who is not circumcised in flesh, will be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant, opening and closing inverted commas. In Genesis 17, Genesis 17 verse 14. So this leader is actually fighting God. He said he will not be circumcised, will not honor God's covenant. And even in Acts, in the new covenant, in the new covenant, New Testament. If you read actually the book of Acts, chapter 16, verse 1 to 3, Timothy circumcised, a senior pastor called Pastor Paul circumcised a young pastor called Timothy. Okay? In order for him to be acceptable by God. And Jesus Christ also circumcised. Okay? God, Christian says actually the Son of God. But Muslim believe strongly that he was actually a prophet, like Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or peace be upon them. So actually, the president will not allow Raila Amolo Odinga with Samburu's Maasai community. They will not allow him to rule us. It's against God's command. He said cut off, and we have to cut him off. We have to cut off what God says. In order for us to get blessings in Deuteronomy 28, we will not undergo God's curse. When God says something, is more than Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's statement or any other king in the world. He's the King of Kings, the Holy God. Yahweh, the only God. So remember me 2022 as your president if you see my face. Because now I'm going to check whether I will be, successful in independent as a president, also presidential aspirant. Because now Jubilee has blocked me. So we are now working a third force. My friend called His Excellency Army General, retired Army General, called Jeremiah Kukubo. He himself fired actually 2007 to be president. So remember me, come 2022, because I'm actually on the ballot if God wills. And my friend actually, Jeremiah Kukubo, is actually he went to independent to represent the independent candidate at the Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission recently. He's my friend. He wanted me to be the president independently, and with all other coalition of independent candidates, they wanted me to be their president. And Gugubo, His Excellency Jeremiah Gugubo from Bungoma, who had tried to be the president in 2007, but narrowly not with. He wanted me to deputize him, to be my vice president, But I already have my vice president, Adan Barret Wale, but he is going to be my minister of defense if I will win. So pray for me as God's will, because I am actually having that ambition. But we will not allow any other tribes to come without our permission. Maasai community to come from Ethiopia via Marsabit to our country here, Nairobi, about 222 kilometers, unless our leaders, Maasai community leaders, elders, give them permission to travel to Nairobi. They will not come from past actually the areas we are controlling. 222 kilometers from Marsabit to Isiolo, which is, we normally say down country, toward Nairobi. We will not allow them. They have to contact our leaders to give them permission, because that highway we are controlling 222 kilometers. So let Urmege Kenyatta also know that, so that you will know that that protection is needed and safety of people, apart from who are actually traveling without our permission in our control areas, like now that stretch of 222 kilometers from Marsabit to Isiolo, Federal State, Marsabit Federal State to Isiolo. Otherwise, we will not allow them to come and harm our people. They have, even though they will travel in vehicles, because we don't know how to go, they will come and hit people again and kill them, like they would have done. We will not allow them. So they have to contact our elders to travel, and also our youths, because we will be along the way to check these people that they will not make a mistake and kill our people and escape with using motorbikes to Ethiopia and all other vehicles. We will not allow them anymore, and some of them to come to Kenya, our country, here in Nairobi. We will not allow them. This is my word today to Urmege Kenyatta. He will know that, so that he will take charge to check how he is going to help in that situation. Otherwise, remember I joined the two as your president. If you see my face in ballot paper. Amen.